Hey, thanks for checking us out here at Titan Vans. I'm Matt, CEO and owner of Titan Vans, and we wanted to take a moment to outline how our build process works. So we get a lot of questions from clients. How do I get a van? How does the process work? How do you guys differ from other van companies? So we wanted to take a moment and explain how that works. So whether you find us online, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and however you make your way to our web page, and we're glad you did. Either way, at titanvans.com, we have tons of great information on there about the options that we currently offer. Whether you're looking at a custom build or a classic build, those are our two options that we currently offer. The classic is a very fixed build. It starts with a base package and then allows you to add upgrade packages to tailor it to your needs. The custom option is just that. It is a custom build from the ground up, specific for your needs, and we work with you from the beginning to design that very specific to meet all of your criteria. Either way, whether you fall into the classic or the custom option, you will fill out a build intake form. Both under the classic tab and the custom tab, you'll find a build your van kind of link there, and you'll be able to go through and select all the different options that you're interested in. So the classic, is a little bit more funneled down, so the options are not, you don't have every option available. You'll be able to select specific upgrade packages that work with the classic design, but you don't get the option to change the layout of the classic or change the water tank or the battery size. All of that is very fixed. With the custom option, sky's the limit. You want a hot tub in there? We'll figure out how to do it for you. But whatever your needs are, you'll go through and you'll select all those options, kind of work your way through. Here's what I want in my kitchen. Here's what I want in my cabinetry. I'm trying to carry camera equipment, or I need motorcycles in there. Whatever it is, you kind of fill it out on that sheet. We'll receive it. Once it's received, usually takes 2 to 4 weeks for us to produce an estimate for you. If you have immediate questions after you submit that, feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email in addition to that intake form, and we'll be sure to get back with you. But in general, once we receive that build sheet, we'll shoot you an email letting you know we got it, and then we'll work on producing an estimate for you. The estimate is just that, an estimate. It's a very rough pricing on kind of what we see on your build sheet, and we try and take into account the fact that we know certain combinations don't work, so we'll look through there, kind of weed out any weird inconsistencies, and then give you a pricing on what you asked for and what we think it would cost. Again, we haven't talked design, we haven't talked layout, we haven't talked finish. There's a lot of details for us to go over, but we just want to get you an initial price so you can see whether you're within ballpark. If the estimate looks good to you and you say, yep, that pricing is kind of what I expected, then we go to the next step. So to get on our build list, we are booked out. We have a kind of a lengthy lead time for you to even get your van in for production. So if you want to get on our build queue as quickly as possible and not risk getting pushed out months and months, we do a retainer deposit. The retainer deposit is $5,000. It is refundable up to 60 days before your build date. So if something happens, you need to cancel your build, life happens, we get it, right? We do not keep that deposit. We can refund you 100%, send you a check for that $5,000 deposit, and we move the next person up in line. If you're within that 60 days and something happens, you need to reschedule your build or you need to cancel your build, it will go one of two ways. Either we charge a rescheduling fee if you need to get pushed back, or we will charge for any hours that we have spent, design time, research, any billable hours that we've performed on your behalf for your build. We deduct from that retainer deposit and we refund you the remainder. So that's how the retainer deposit works. Once we have the retainer deposit, you're locked in. Your build schedule is known. We generally start builds at the beginning of the month and we do our best to deliver at the end of the month. There are not fixed start or delivery dates for our vans. We are a small company. We make a handcrafted product. We take pride in what we do, and speed is not our main priority. We focus on quality, and if we have to push deliveries back to make that happen, that is what we will do. We want to make sure that you get the finest product available that will last for years and years. So those dates are flexible, and we kind of retain the right to shift those as needed to meet our quality standards. So you have the retainer deposit down, you got an estimate from us. What's next? Several months before your build, 3 to 4 months before your build, we get in touch with you. We start working through the actual design process. So we'll start figuring out your layout, your finish, your laminate choices, flooring choices, upholstery, how hard, firm you want your bed, what color lighting you want. We go through all the details with you. We take that information and we actually generate a 3D rendering of your van. So a full 3D CAD model that is specific to your build. So we actually pull the color choices that you want and we implement that into the rendering so that we can get the most accurate representation of what your build is going to look like when we roll it out of production. So once we have an approved estimate and we have an approved rendering, we then convert the estimate to an invoice with a full deposit request. That $5,000 retainer goes towards your full deposit. For a classic build, we do 50% down. So if you do just our base model, $35,000 for a 144 Sprinter, you got the $5,000 down, your total would be $17,500 roughly would be your full deposit. There's some taxes in there, but that's roughly your full deposit cost. That $5,000 get credited towards that. We need the other $12,500 roughly, and then we start ordering parts for you. With a custom build, we do materials plus half labor. So the deposit is larger for a custom build, and that's because depending on what you order, if it's that hot tub or whatever it is, we don't stock it. We have to order all those parts, and so again, being a small company, we don't keep those parts on stock, and we don't have a huge inventory. We stock a lot of things, but depending on what you order, we might not have it. So the deposit is larger for a custom build, and that allows us to get all your materials in. Ideally, we have that full deposit 60 days before your build start date. So if you're a July start date, so your beginning of July, we would want that full deposit starting May. And what that gives us is the time to order all of your components. So seats can take 4 to 6 weeks. If we get something in and it's damaged, it's the wrong color, it doesn't fit, whatever it is, we have time to deal with all of that before your van arrives. We'd rather have those parts sitting on our shelf than your van sitting in our shop without the parts. So we need that deposit well ahead of time to give us that lead time to get everything in. And that's in part while we're able to hit that 3 to 4 week build time for most of our builds. So a classic in general, production time 3 to 4 weeks. Custom build 4 to 6 weeks is pretty average for us. We're getting those lead times down more and more. But those are kind of general times. And the reason we're able to hit those, most other companies, it can be months to get your build completed. And the reason we're able to hit that is because we do so much of that legwork ahead of time. So getting the deposit, doing the designs, ordering the parts, there's a lot of work that goes in even before your van ever shows up to make sure that your product is the finest quality that we can do. So that's our process. Again, once we have the approval on the renderings, the estimate, you get the invoice, we get the full deposit, we're waiting for your build date, all your parts are in, your van rolls in, and we start cranking and give you updates along the way. If you need to come and check in, send you photos, all that good stuff. And then about a week out, we'll give you a notice, hey, van's past QC. Our quality control process takes 3 days on most of our vans. And so if anything fails in there, we make sure we take care of it well before you ever show up and well before you ever see the issue. Everything we handle on our side. And when you show up, we got a nice barbecue going for you. We throw a nice little party, bring your friends, family, whoever you want to show up with. And we're really proud of what we do, and we're proud of the product we produce. And it's a great chance for the guys to showcase what they've been working hard on all month for you. And that's our process. So if you got any more questions, hopefully this video helps to kind of clarify some of how our process works. If you do have questions, comments, concerns, shoot us an email, give us a call, and we'll be happy to answer all those for you. So we'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.